The best put down these days from woke millennials is just to label someone boomer, pure and simple. If you're born post-World War II, you're clearly irrelevant. So let's look at what those who use the epithet boomer are so proud of. With the announcement of the Oscar nominees came the usual opinions of who should have been nominated and who was not, but now they come with a difference. In our increasingly disdainful and poisoned cancel culture, or call-out culture as some call it, social commentators, they do not make their case based on artistry or talent, but on matters such as diversity and equity and sexuality. J-Lo, talented and glamorous already, should have been nominated for her role in The Hustler, they said. Her supporters said it was painful that not one Latinx candidate was nominated. Antonio Banderas was nominated, but he doesn't count, according to some, because he was actually born in Spain and not the States. The renowned author Stephen King votes on nominations in certain categories for the Academy, and in response to the controversy, said he does not consider diversity in matters of art, merely the quality of the art itself. He was instantly vilified as being ignorant and out of touch. Ethnicity clearly outweighs talent, or the final product in some cases. Another critic shamed the Academy for not having any avowed queers in the nomination. Who knew that that was a prerequisite? And in another category of stupidity, actor Vince Vaughn was captured on a cell phone, talking, laughing with President Trump at a football game. The left was outraged and wanted Vaughn canceled as an actor. If that sounds familiar, maybe it's because Ellen DeGeneres also faced a nasty backlash for being seen chatting with former President George W. Bush at an event. How dare she do that? How could she do that? Clearly a silly and undesirable state of affairs, and it can't be blamed solely on the usual and predictable knee-jerk reaction of social media commentators. Some of these comments were actually published in the New York Times. So it must be more. Our popular culture is dismissive of anybody being generous and civilized if commentators don't adjudge them to be in step with their own personal and often cantankerous views. If you don't agree with the way I think things should be run, then off with your head. You are not worthy of a voice. This was bad enough when the target was individuals, but now it's entire generations. Those born between certain years are now pre-canceled. Their views, informed by decades of actual life experience, written off as obsolete, even offensive. Oh, offensive. Hopefully, by pointing out how silly and cruel and medieval our popular culture is becoming, should be enough to start the engines of rebirth. This is the new beginning. It's the 20s. Let's speak up for decency and sanity and for freedom of speech.